to week 2 of Ramadan, you might find yourself experiencing some undesirable side effects, which are pretty common and are normal when you undertake an extended period of fasting. Many of these side effects are associated with hydration and how much water or liquids you have in your diet. So we'll start off by looking at some of those side effects, and then we will look at some of the things that you can do to reduce them. I hope you enjoyed the session.
The most common side effects of fasting are digestive discomfort, such as heartburn, headaches, constipation, dry skin, and weight change. So now let's take a closer look at these in turn. Heartburn is caused by too much acid in your stomach and will give you that intense pain or ache quite soon after you have eaten. If you eat too quickly on an empty stomach, it can cause your stomach to overreact and to secrete too much acid. The best thing you can do are to reduce the amount of caffeinated drinks that you have. Try not to eat too quickly at iftar, and then don't overeat. When you rest, try to keep your head raised a little. To solve the heartburn, should you get it, try milk or yogurt, as long as you are not allergic to these. Or perhaps you could try peppermint oil. You can also take the over-counter remedies like Rennie. But if the symptoms persist, then do seek medical advice. One of the most common symptoms you are likely to experience are headaches. This is normally symptomatic of either dehydration or hunger. Alternatively, it can be caused by a withdrawal from an addictive product such as sugar or caffeine. So it's really important to try and not to skip your meal at dawn. Also try to rest as much as you can during the day, and try to avoid direct sunlight, as this may intensify your headache. We touched on dehydration a moment ago, but let's go into more detail about it. You can become dehydrated very quickly as you lose water and salts from body processes such as breathing, sweating, and in your urine. The common symptoms of being dehydrated are thirst, a dry mouth and cracked lips. Your skin will feel dry in general. You may have a headache. You'll also need to go to the bathroom less often. On a more serious level of dehydration, you may experience a rapid heartburn or dizziness. If you do get these two last symptoms, then you must rehydrate as quickly as you possibly can and consume both salts and water. You can take Diorolite or Lucozade in this instance. Constipation is a rather unwelcome side effect of fasting. The best thing that you can do is to eat plenty of fruit, vegetables, and fibre. You must also try to drink as much water as you possibly can. Having a balanced meal, and one that is not too rich in fried and sugary foods, should also help to limit this side effect. If your skin begins to feel dry, then you are showing the early signs of being dehydrated. Once again, make sure your meals contain sufficient fluids. Some moisturizers can also help to nourish your skin and to rehydrate you. Whilst you undertake a period of fasting, your daily rhythms and cycles are broken. In this case, your body will respond differently. To try and avoid undesirable weight change, then you need to try and be disciplined with what you eat and drink. It's really important to try and not skip either iftar or suhoor, and that when you do eat, you make healthy choices at these meal times, like we spoke about last week. As a side point, if you have diabetes and use insulin, it is not advisable to fast unless you have fully consulted with your GP, as it can be difficult to manage your blood sugar levels without food or drink. Make sure you keep in touch with them over this period. So now let's just take a moment to look at foods that can help with digestive discomfort. Try to include berries, bananas and fruit in your diet. It will ensure that everything keeps functioning as it should. Choose foods that are also rich in fibre, as this will also help. Choose whole grains and seeds and green leafy vegetables. It's also good to feed your gut with foods like yogurts. And when you cook, Then try and use healthy fats, such as coconut if you enjoy the flavour, or choose olive oil. Once again, it's important to maintain balance in your diet. As a reminder of balance, you can use the Eat Well guide. Choosing a balanced diet is just as important during Ramadan as at any other time. You can't go wrong if you eat lots of foods from the green segment and a little from all of the others. Water really is your best means of rehydration. It is the simplest and easiest form for your body to absorb. The more water you can drink each night, the better. If you can avoid too much caffeinated drinks and those that are packed with sugar, then that is great. There are also some foods that can help with staying hydrated, and these are things like dried fruits or smoothies. Or what about having something like a hydrating fruit salad with strawberries, blueberries, watermelon, and cucumber?
I hope you've enjoyed the session today. If you have any questions, then please let me know by either replying in the box below or on the WhatsApp group. Enjoy Ramadan, and I hope to speak to you again next week. Goodbye.